Cellulite Enough Tarot, or Hillary for short. Welcome or welcome back. I'm sorry, I'm a little odd right now. Smoke. I just went through an hour of technical difficulties, and we're getting there. Okay. It's 10:30 at night, and I should be going to bed. Let's get into it. Happy Manifestation Monday. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend, that you're feeling great and wonderful, that new moon in Cancer kind of hit, right? Yeah, on the 5th, so Friday. It didn't kind of hit, it totally hit, okay? So if you've been feeling emotional, I'm right there with you, man. Yeah, I feel you. I'm gonna clear for you, clearing for me. Let's jump on into it. You know, I feel like my camera situation is like a perfect manifesting thing to be aware of, okay? So, yeah, star and the devil. Aquarius, Capricorn, and then Taurus there with the Hierophant. So, I manifested this camera. I knew I was going to get it, but I frequently imagined what it would be like to use a camera instead of my phone, and it's everything that I'm thankful for, okay? Everything that I could be thankful for. I'm glad I don't have to use my phone space for storage anymore, but the learning curve as someone who is absolutely 0% equipped, you know, to be using cameras, it's been a whole thing. It's been a whole thing. And yeah, there's been a learning curve. And it's been a little trying. And so I just want to remind you that as you're manifesting, maybe start looking into the things that you're manifesting and getting acquainted to how they work. In hindsight, I would have totally been researching actually how cameras work, other than just like clicking, you know, record. Yeah, I totally would have. But here we are, and you know what? I'm not complaining because this is amazing, and I love my camera, and now I'm learning, and it's gonna get easier and easier, and it's better than I could have imagined. But there's a learning curve, and there's been some hiccups. So your manifestations could have hiccups that you should be prepared for. Let's get into it. Okay. Spirit, my higher self, my darling's higher self, thank you so much for using me as a channel to guide and instruct. I ask for the most clear and concise messages, information, feelings, and sensations to flow through me for the betterment of my darling, and for the highest good of everything involved, of everyone involved. Thank you so much, Spirit. I mean, this couldn't be any more clear. 7 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. I mean, that's not really clear, but you know, it's clear to me. So the 2 of Wands dropped on the floor. So whatever plans you have, just be willing to, those might fall a little flat, okay? You might want to change the way you believe certain things have to happen in your life and your manifestations, because sometimes our plans can keep us confused, right? I guess I can see that, because sometimes we get so attached to the story of how things are going to happen, or the exact way that things need to unfold, or certain things that you must have, right? And it's almost like we can get so attached to that then whenever there's any amount of mischief in the energy, you know, whether it be you just don't know how camera settings work and you want to use a monitor because you want to be able to see what you're doing and if it's focusing right, but the monitor doesn't work in certain settings. So you have to learn settings at 10:30 at night. Okay, there's something about like being prepared and being willing to do things a little bit differently to get what you want. It's more of like, okay, for me, maybe if I'm manifesting like a person, okay, let's just go with the person because this seems to be pretty relevant for a lot of people. If I'm manifesting a person, then if I'm manifesting that this person must come apologize to me and must feel remorseful and must be so sorry or whatever, right? If it's like a past person, then it's like the energy that I'm actually in is one that's still hanging on to the past. And I don't think that rug sweeping is recommended at all, but it's all about who you're being. Who are you? Are you the person that, you know, you think people treat badly, therefore they must feel apologetic? You know, it's kind of like a mixed bag here, okay? I don't know. I don't know. You know, the more I'm talking, the more I feel like I need to not talk. Spirit, what else do you want me to know? What about the 7 of Cups and 2 of Wands for manifesting and my darling? It's more like be just in the energy of being in the end. Who are you being? The person who's past the issues, the person who's comfortable with recording on a camera, the person who has, you know, the career change that they want, the position that they want. Who are you being? Rather than are you attached to the process, okay? This feels like being attached to the process, right? And then when things go a little haywire with the moon neutral, then you get scared, right? It came out neutral, I'm going to leave it neutral. You get a little worried. You're like, oh no, what if that's not as stable as I thought or that I hoped? 2 of Cups on bottom could be a relationship that you're manifesting, but it's all about having a symbiotic flow of energy. You should be the person, you should view yourself as the person, you know, who's already happy where they're at. And embody that happiness, embody that wholeness, embody that contentment, right? Try your hardest to be in control of who you are rather than letting anything outside of you tell you who you are. So if instead of being like, I am honored and respected and chosen, if your energy is like, I need someone to grovel to show me that I am honored and respected and chosen, then that's a very insecure storyline. You can do it, go ahead, but like if this other person or this other situation is at all any different than what you're expecting, that's an insecure storyline that you're holding on to that needs to be revised, because then you're gonna have fear about it. You're gonna have fear and you'll be like, I don't know if this is actually mine. It'll make you doubt. It'll make you literally doubt your confidence in your manifesting power, right? Spirit wants you to work on this, getting more into the energy of the idea, the end goal, aligning spiritually with the end goal. 9 of Pentacles in the High Priestess, Pisces energy. Yeah, that makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. I wouldn't like beat yourself up either if you're like having moments where you're, you know, like this is not going the way that I thought, because I definitely, maybe it's because, you know, I got this camera, I've been like practicing using it around the new moon in Cancer, but I've definitely cried because I felt like I don't feel like I'm good at what I do anymore. I feel insecure. I don't feel like I'm prepared. I feel like I'm like a fake YouTuber. It's so silly to say it out loud, but I was legitimately crying about it. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm not doing, like, just insecurities. 9 of Swords, insecurities, worried, stressed about it. And it's just like, let go of the stress, let go of the process, and just get into that end state of I'm doing what I want to do. I'm with who I want to be with. I am who I want to be. I feel the way I want to feel. I deserve the life that I want to experience. Get into that end state of what it's going to be like. Remind yourself all the time, specifically like as you're going to bed at night, rather than overthinking all the ways that things are not showing up correctly in your world right now. It's like, are you going to focus? There we go. How? It's because it's like tracking my eye or something. I don't know. See, we're still learning. Apparently I still haven't mastered the settings, okay? You don't need to master the settings. You just got to show up and it's going to be okay. It's going to be a process. And part of the process and working through the process and it not just being handed to you exactly the way you want on a silver platter is so that you can gain trust in your ability to be who you want to be, no matter what you're facing. Because life, you know, we can try to manifest it being rainbows and butterflies, but even the most well-off people, the most privileged of privileged, have their share of problems, okay? If you're super rich, you have a lawsuit left, right, and center every time you turn around, okay? You can afford it, and there's other people that handle that for you, but still, it's just like you're gonna have problems. That's part of life. It's the duality, right? There's duality in manifesting. So if your manifestations coming through or your confidence in your manifestations being true are based on things going like storybook, this is exactly the way I dreamed it to be, then anytime any of this energy comes up, you're just gonna be like, plot twist, no! No, who are you being? Who are you being? The hero's journey has twists, turns. The hero's journey has ups and downs. Your manifestation, life has ups and downs. Who are you regardless of it? Who are you regardless of it? Okay, let's get some more cards here. This energy does feel good. Okay, I am tired, but it feels good. Okay. Spirit, what else do you want Darling to know about their manifestations? What do you want them to be mindful of or aware of or encourage them on? What's coming up? I know it's kind of like contradictory to say this too, but like I also think that if you're manifesting things but then like you're checking up on them as like needing definitive answers from tarot readings, you're definitely not living in the end. And I'm not judging you, but I'd like you to maybe get into a practice of only watching tarot readings to be aware of any energy that you might need to tweak for yourself, right? While still embodying being in the end and having it. The whole point, it should be more like entertainment, right? Like I said, I know it's contradictory because I'm the reader here reading about manifesting, but I really want you to be empowered where you don't feel like you need a tarot reading or you need to learn how to do something more. It's just like becoming a state of being who you want to be, having the life that you want, having the relationship that you want, having the camera that you want, whatever it is, you know. It's coming to peace with what is, with who you are, and then allowing the universe to bring whatever it may be to you, regardless of the face, name, blah, 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 experience, you know, allowing with peace in who you are. Yeah, okay, sorry, little personal tangent, or, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, slower than molasses. No, we don't like that when we're manifesting. Three of Cups. Oh, okay. The Tower and the Star reversed. Okay, so we need to be mindful of who we're talking to about our manifestations, okay? Because Death card at the bottom, Scorpio, transformation, Ace of Wands, your manifestations coming into fruition for sure. Okay, so we need to be mindful of who we are talking to about our manifestations. Okay, Star reversed, Scorpio, Aquarius. And the reason why there was a whole practice like some time ago where basically people would like put their manifestations out there like on the internet or say something, and it was with the idea of like having, you know, hundreds or thousands or millions of people seeing it, seeing that, you know, affirmation or manifestation from this person, and thus that idea being planted in the mind of other people and it maybe actualizing a little bit faster. But this was also with the idea that people were doing this, right, with the intention of, I'm going to read other people's affirmations, I'm going to ingrain their truth as truth in my mind too. That way we're all collectively, you know, implanting manifestation affirmations that will help boost this person's manifestation, right? Now, if you're telling other people about what you're trying to manifest, and you don't even have to say, I'm manifesting this, but it's kind of like keep your plans to yourself, right? Because you might not have the best people around you as far as like people who are aligned on a spiritual path or a manifesting path, people who are enlightened to their consciousness and how they can change their reality, right? Literally, these two are consecutive cards, Tower and the Star, so that's interesting. Anyways, if these people are not like-minded individuals, right, who really have your back and really believe in you and are sort of more, this is not judgmental the way I'm saying this, but it's just there's spiritual people and then there's people who really aren't that spiritual, and that's fine. So more what we would say logical or, you know, less head in the clouds, right? I'm obviously here with you. Embrace the delulu. I'm embracing it for you. But if you are around people who are not in that same energy, then they might have thoughts that sort of counteract, you know, your manifestations. And while that doesn't necessarily have more power over what you're manifesting compared to your own thoughts, if you value these people and you value their opinions, if they have any remarks to say or any you know, criticisms or just any doubts that they sort of let you know, they could also plant those into your mind. So Spirit's saying be mindful, you know, be slow to speak, around, certain friendships, it's more like keep your plans to yourself. That way, it can just be you working on your own plan. And then when the changes happen, no one can ruin those plans for you, basically. And it can kind of build resentment too if you're talking about this with other people and then they're trying to talk you off of a ledge in some sort, or trying to bring you back down to reality. And that might not just be friends. That could be tarot readings. That could be anything where you're trying to seek more knowledge about how to get your manifestation outside of you. That's you sort of relinquishing your power of just being the I am who is having the reality that you desire, So Spirit's just saying be mindful of that. Maybe it's not specific friends. Maybe it's what you're exposing yourself to. What's fueling any insecurity in your manifestations? What's fueling any insecurity in your I amness? And let's be mindful of that. And let's eliminate in our mind where we have these sort of dependencies on external validation, thus sort of keeping us on a slow path towards manifesting our desires, right? Okay. That makes sense. That's going to transform. As soon as you let go of these external validation scenarios, other people, tarot readings, whatever, then I feel like this transformation and this manifestation pops in really, really quick. Okay, look at this, but you got to keep to yourself. Keep in your own thought bubble, block out any of these intrusive manifestations, any external circumstances, block it out. Be true in your own power. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I really like this reading so far. It was a little iffy there at the beginning, but, we're doing good. We're doing good, I think. I hope you like it. I don't know. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else that you would like, darling, to be aware of coming up as of right now? Now, this energy, because you're manifesting and you have the power to change your reality with your assumptions and what you believe and what you accept as truth, right? You can change this. This is just the temporary energy. You have more power than these cards right now, okay? But I want to see what's coming up that you should be aware of. Okay, Spirit, what's coming up for my darling's manifestations? Any situations up ahead? Wow. Okay. If you are, I'm going to try to read this a few different ways, but the first thing I'm getting is a relationship, okay? We got the Fool reversed. Don't be afraid. Okay? Don't be afraid. I'm actually getting that this is a good thing. There's a new beginning that is wanting to happen. It's happening behind the scenes right now. I'm getting this as a subconscious energy right now, okay? Up front, it would be external, right? Right now I'm getting that the reversed is internal, energetic right now. So there is a energetic new beginning happening, but it is in process because there is something here. It could be about a partner, okay? King of Cups, Ace of Swords, Page of Cups, Four of Wands, Eight of Wands. Okay, there's something here about someone wanting to get their emotions on straight, figure out their heart, figure out their mind. Okay, focus on the card. Thank you. Thank you, camera. I'm going to figure out these settings one day, I swear. King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. There's something here about a new beginning waiting until there is emotional maturity, okay? That could be on your end. That could be on another person's end. I kind of feel like it could be both because you're the operant power of your reality. You're not waiting for anything outside of you. You're waiting for yourself to show up as the person energetically, aligning energetically with being who you want to be so that you are then, aligning to a frequency and a reality that reflects that back to you. There's something about this being an epiphany, okay? For you, for others, both. It's synonymous, okay? There's something here. Focus! Ace of Swords, Page of Cups. There's something about realizing this, realizing that we're being kind of a little immature with our feelings, a little insecure, a little unprepared, a little not thinking big picture, a little bit romanticized, right? Now, this could also be someone who's kind of flirty, right? Who's not very emotionally mature. Compared to the King of Cups, definitely not emotionally mature. Okay? So, you could have had someone who's emotionally immature who's now realizing, wow, I was really emotionally immature. I do want to come in, but I really need to do some growing up. Okay? This is because Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, it feels like every time there's been like a sort of unity, a union available. Okay, we'll put it this way. A marriage, a coming together. This Four of Wands is right under this Two of Cups. Every time that's been available, it's almost like it's very fleeting with the Eight of Wands. It's like a quick rush in and a quick rush out. And I don't normally get that from the Eight of Wands. This is usually really great energy. It's fast movement. It's high energy, high chemistry. Okay, I love that it's Wands and Cups here because it's like love and passion all together, right? But there's something about this like being all in, all out, all in, all out. It's extreme, right? It's extreme. So there's something about a new beginning, manifestations waiting. Okay, the Lovers here is on bottom, by the way, and the Emperor, divine masculine energy, and the Three of Swords. This is why I think it could be a partner. Okay, there's this realization happening, like I've said. Realization happening. With justice, there needs to be an apology. There needs to be lessons learned with the Five of Pentacles. It's like we need to get our mindset on what balance is with an abundance or a lack mindset, okay? But this new beginning is waiting until we get into the right emotional mental state, okay? It's almost like realizing, oh, I'm repeating this loop in my life, right? I'm manifesting this loop in my life because I'm not sticking to my emotionally balanced state of who I know I am. I say that I want one thing, but then who I think I actually am is someone who's hoping for something different than what I am, right? Those two are not the same thing. That's like wishing and hoping and dreaming. Manifesting is all about being and doing as, showing up in a way that is inspired to be the person that you want to be, right? Whenever you can. That doesn't mean pushing issues. That doesn't mean desperation, because that's an insecurity thing, right? It's a very it's a very tender balance, trying to balance between the two. But I would just really get more secure with your own mental knowledge and emotional state of who you actually are, right? This is really important, okay? It's all about choosing to be empowered. I'm of course love situation with the Lovers and, divine masculine energy with the Emperor, but I'm also getting the choice option of the Lovers card here, choosing to feel empowered. Okay, you think that rich people, you think that well-privileged people don't have problems. They have an abundance of problems. They're abundant in all ways, okay? They're abundant financially, they're prosperous, they're abundant in good ways, and they're abundant in problems and hardships, okay? They have both. They're just abundant beings, And it's almost like you are also abundant, right? But what you're being more abundant in is hardship. That's what you're kind of aligning with, right? That's what the situation has aligned with, is being an abundance of hardship. Let's do something new, Page of Wands. Let's do something new. Let's rethink, let's revise, let's get empowered in a positive, abundant way. Not hoping that things get better, believing, hey, you know what, today I'm going to view today as better, no matter what. Even if it looks identical to yesterday, even if the situation is identical to yesterday, what's my energy going to be? I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm still here. Maybe I'm healthier than someone who's not here. It's kind of counting blessings for even the littlest of things, right? Super important. But then getting into an abundance mindset of like, man, this is gonna be like, I'm a comeback story of all time. Like, I'm an inspiration. The way I have used my hardship in my life, the way I use stumbling blocks to elevate me is inspiring. I love to share my knowledge. I love to teach people. I love to inspire others. I love to give people hope. It gives me hope to give other people hope. It's like finding a way to be in service as the person that you want to be, right? the person that you want to be, how are you going to be in service to the world? Because that's really when the magic starts happening too. It's that you get to be who you want to be. And that benefits you and it benefits the world. So how are you going to benefit the world, right? Okay, the other story, right? If it's not a relationship, it's just, again, emotionally balanced with your manifestations, right? Realizing where we're flip-flopping, kind of very similar things. You can choose stability or you can choose, only being super excited. Like, realistically, your manifestations, no matter how amazing they are, at some point, when you have them, it will feel normal. So maybe we're overhyping, feeling like, oh, having this new life is going to be amazing. I'm going to wake up every day like, oh my gosh, is this my life? And that's just like not true. That's actually the energy of someone who's not feeling like they actually are as abundant as they should be, or as they are, Yeah, there's going to be, the initial moments when your life changes where you're like, wow, you'll have these moments where you reflect and you're like, I've come so far and that is amazing and it's exuberant. But like, even when you have your manifestations, there's going to be days where you wake up and it's just a normal Monday. Oh, it's going to be like, you're still going to have a case of the Mondays sometimes. Okay. And that's okay. That's okay. All right. Yeah. All right, I'm going to close this off with Sacred Symbols Oracle, and then, yeah, thanks so much for hanging with me with this energy. It's good energy. I gotta say it. It is good. I feel like I'm actually getting schooled with this because this feels like very much, I get very attached to how things are supposed to look like too. So yeah, I've just kind of gotten into a place where I am now saying to myself, like, I accept peace. I'm in my peace era, my peaceful era. I accept peace, no matter what that looks like. I accept peace. I accept mundane. Okay, I am who I am. I, am Cellulite Lone Tarot, or Hillary for short. Okay, I'm a mom. I'm amazing. Like, and I'm mundane. Okay, I accept peace. I don't need the drama. I don't need to care about it. I don't need to worry about the process. I just need to it is what it is. Okay. All right, Spirit, what do you want, darling, to be aware of? Divinity, you are a divine being. You are the operant power of your reality. I'm getting that this looks like a crown from the top down. You see that? It's like, looks like a crown from the top down. So maybe your crown chakra could be really important. That direct connection to the divine. I think it's really important to realize too that it's not like, as we're manifesting, that we're seeing things out here and then we have to let our God self know, the divine. We have to fill them in did you see that? That needs to change. Hello, don't you see what's happening down here? No, it's the opposite way. Okay, it happens up there first. Okay, it's subconscious. It's created energetically and then it projects out. So sometimes if we get into a visual exercise where we realize that we're seeing a lagged projection, of a lagged projection of an energy hologram, right? So it's all happening up here first. And so then maybe we give less importance to this right now because this is constantly changing, right? And it all starts up here. So that's where you get into the knowing, to the consistency, and to the, confidence of your God self, your God state, who you are, your magnificence. You get into that and you start seeing things through the lens of the divine, of being the operant power of your reality. And then it's like, okay, these silly little energy hologram manifestations don't matter. Thanks, Spirit. You're itching my nose. I appreciate that. Appreciate ya. Veiled release, transformation. Divine masculine. Some of us are being too masculine in our energy with that Aries card that came out, the Emperor card too. So I don't know, it could be a time to take action on really changing your mindset, right? I think it's funny because whenever I see veiled and divine, I sort of get divine feminine energy, okay? Because it's the subconscious, it's things that we don't see, it's the energy stuff, right? So release and transformation. This release is a knife, okay? Getting the Ace of Swords energy, a realization, okay? Release your need to control with that divine masculine energy. Get comfortable with not seeing everything, like not clinging to what you see as true. Get in touch with, you know, the unseen, the divine, and watch how things transform. Watch it. Watch it, okay? Release your need to, like, there's something here about, like, okay, the cocoon with the butterfly. It's almost like, you know, the chrysalis stage, okay? The chrysalis stage. Sometimes we think that we're ready for our manifestations right now, but we're in a chrysalis stage, and if someone were to cut open that chrysalis stage too soon, they would completely destroy the butterfly in process, right? So just trust that whatever you see out here is just a chrysalis stage. Things are transforming, things are decomposing, they're shifting energetically, and this metamorphosis is going to happen, and you're going to transform your reality, right? But you have to trust. You have to release the need to control. You have to release your resistance to your situation. You have to stand in empowerment and just say, I accept a piece of this situation. I know who I am. I am one whole with the divine. I am the upper power of my reality. I'm whole and complete. It's all me. You know, no matter what I see, I am who I say I am. Okay? I am that I am. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. I hope that this reading resonated for you. I really enjoyed it. I was a little iffy there at the bottom. If you're still here, man, you're a trooper. I love you. You're part of my soul family. You're amazing. I love and appreciate you so much. Genuinely, seriously. You guys are the best. The absolute best. Okay, I'm very fortunate stepping into manifesting my dream life doing this, you know. 4 years ago was a completely different person in a very, very high-strung, judgmental religion, you know, where I am very, you know, yeah, Southern Baptist, okay? And, completely different. It takes time, but that feels like a blink. That feels like a blink. So, thank you for being part of my transformation. Thank you for manifesting me into your life, and I have, like, so genuinely manifested each and every single one of you, and I'm so thankful that you're here. Okay, all right, tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. We're gonna see who's talking about you. I do have to tell you, so we'll see if there's a Wednesday reading. I'm gonna try to fit it in. I'm gonna try to record it tomorrow. I'm recording this Sunday night right now, so I'm gonna try to record Tuesday's reading on Monday, which is tomorrow by the time when I'm recording this, and Wednesdays, but I might not have time. Okay, I've got some personal stuff going on, but I'm gonna try. I just want to give you a heads up. Either way, I'll see you this week. I really love and appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, a wonderful week, or a fantastic life. I love you so much. Take care and ta-ta.